Zero-entry architecture. This video is for people planning to take architecture in the future, or for the people who want to know what is architecture or what is an architect. Lot of people interchangeably use architect and engineer, saying they are the same. In this day and age, these two terms cover a lot in definition. And the things listed here are the basic idea to start understanding it. And this video is designed to give you overall idea before deciding to enter architecture and not to discourage the future generation of architect. Just like the design of zero-entry pool where you are presented in a sloping plane, so that you can find the comfortable spot to start and to understand the entirety of the subject. You don't want finding yourself in the middle of the day asking why you choose to be an architect or enroll in architecture curriculum. What is architecture? To start, architecture is the art and science of building, in a nutshell. It is where idea that all buildings should have three attributes: venustas, firmitas, and utilitas, beauty, strength, and utility. In short, building must be aesthetically beautiful and structurally stable and must serve its purpose. Not just aesthetically beautiful and structurally sound, or structurally stable and useful, but must combine the three attributes. Balance between beauty, strength, and purpose. That is what architecture trying to achieve, and it is the job of the architect to balance these three. What is an architect? Architect are licensed and registered professional who plans and designs building. Generally, plays a key role in construction. And they are highly trained in the art and science of building design. Difference between architect and engineer? Architect do plans and design a building, while engineer does bridge and roads design and ensure building materials are safe. What do you do in architecture? Basically, planning and designing buildings at core. But the job of an architect is not just designing, they can also manage the site and the construction process, especially in big projects, which is project management. They can also involve in decision in planning a city development, which is urban planning. Remember, this are just example in a wide array of what an architect job can be. Requirements to be an architect? 1. Pass the 5 years course in Bachelor of Science and Architecture. 2. Finish the 2 years diversified experience or apprenticeship. 3. Passing the architecture licensure examination. 4. Certificate of recognition issued by Professional Regulation Commission, Board of Architect. 5. Personal identification card issued by Professional Regulation Commission. So, if you don't have this, you are not technically an architect. If you know someone claiming to be an architect, ask them if they have this. If they don't have even one in the list and practicing architecture, they are an illegal practitioner, which is punishable by law. Are you qualified to be an architect? Anyone that is willing to learn and undergo the process is not enough. And you should be financially ready, because architecture course can be expensive. Can I be an architect even I don't know how to draw? Yes. Being good at art doesn't mean you are automatically good at being an architect. Architecture is not about just art, it is a combination of theoretical and technical aspect building structure. So, if you're good at art, it is a good start. But if not, don't lose hope. Especially in our modern times, computer-aided design is a must to cope up with our fast-paced construction industry and its demand. You just need to learn the principle, both technical and theoretical. With the help of technology, you can deliver what is needed. How long does it take to be an architect? 7.5 year minimum. 5 years in college and 2 years apprenticeship, and lastly, 6 months of reviewing to take the exam. Assuming that you don't fail any subject in your college days and graduated in time. And have your apprenticeship exactly 2 years or equivalent to 3,840 hours. And you take a review center before taking exam, which is highly recommended. So, you want to be an architect. Architecture is in nature laborious and tackle some arduous tasks. But everything can be simplified into steps. You will be surprised that sleepless night is not required but a choice, when properly executed and followed the right sequences. You will not be stuck in your chair night or even days trying to solve problem that in the first place should not exist or prevented in early stages. Starting as a student, you should be introduced in the proper way of how architects should work. In general, in making plans you should start at data gathering. Search everything about the project given, usually space requirement, minimum sizes of space, relationship of space, and identifying the major classification whether a space is private, public, or semi-public. Schematic. Producing possible option of layout of the spaces. Design development. Finalizing your schematic plan. And choosing the final layout to work with. Making all criteria satisfied and justified. How to architect? So, if you're an architect now, or planning to, how do you practice this? Find your niche, where you're good at, X. Rendering/visualization, planning, managing people/construction and consultation at specialized area of architecture. Identifying this early on eliminates burnout. You don't want yourself stuck waking up every day doing something you don't enjoy. Choose your target market. This is where you will offer your service. This portion is crucial, especially if you are not an heir to a company, business, or don't have a generational wealth. Build your network. Connection is key in being successful, as to say recommendation in an established company, and successful people tend to be a major promotion to your soon-to-be client. You may be subjected to hardship at first and be discouraged. Nevertheless, gain the traction and always aim for the next best project of yours. And for people claiming architect if just a prestigious title, ask yourself again, how do you break something if you don't know how it works?